Hey everyone, welcome to KFD&D, episode 15, maybe? We think? We don't know. We're just kind of winging it. Oh, thanks Game Jedi. I'm glad you liked the intro. Yeah, and thanks Nat. Didn't realize y'all hadn't seen the intro yet. Yeah, that's our pretty sweet intro video. Yeah, did that for funsies. Anyway, welcome to KFD&D. So we're gonna have a couple of little changes going on in our stream upcoming. Uh, Next Tuesday will be the finale of Board Game Survivor. We can get into why, but let's just focus on the good thing that it's the finale. So it's gonna be Jilly Pie versus Walks on Legos, and the game has changed to Lost Cities. It's a very quick two-player game. Shouldn't take too terribly long. And even better, Tuesday nights going forward on Kentucky Fried Dice is going to be D&D night, where we're going to kind of alternate between KFD&D, Dungeons and Dragons, Dark Alliance, maybe some other Dungeons and Dragons games, maybe just talking D&D with our players or other people who like to talk about D&D. Maybe doing DM prep, maybe just showing off behind the scenes of what it takes to run a homebrewed campaign. Who knows? But it's gonna be Dungeons and Dragons themed because we like Dungeons and Dragons, and you use dice for that, and then you use Kentucky Fried Dice for that because that's the name of our channel, and we think it's clever. So yeah, tomorrow night, as I just kind of touched on, we're gonna be playing Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance, brand new game, dropped today. 4-player co-op. We've got 4 players using classic characters from R.A. Salvatore's novels. I'm going to be Brunor because I love dwarves in fantasy settings. Me Handlebar's going to be playing with us. Matthew, who you typically see playing Among Us and some other games. And Zomox. We're going to have a good old time talking about D&D, killing goblins, killing giants, having friendship. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Right? Friendship. Yes, friendship. Hamed. Friendship. Next week, we're back to Jillian and I on Monday night doing Stardew. We just hit Blueberry Day on our Joja run. Our first Blueberry Day. We made like 35,000 money on our blueberries because all we did was blueberries. So yeah, you can kind of check us. We're going to make it official a Joja run at that point. Like completely sell. Oh, I love all the Ray emotes. Yeah, we finally got that working. It only took me 3 months. Yeah. Oh, 38K. Thanks, honey. Thank you so much. Yeah, Game Jedi, friendship and killing. That's our channel. That's should be our tagline. Yeah, I like it. And then Tuesday night will be Board Game Survivor, as I just talked about. And then that Wednesday night, we haven't talked about it yet. Stay tuned. We might do a Jilly Fright challenge. We might do that this weekend because we have completed the Jilly Fright challenge. Jillian is going to play Phasmophobia. If you like watching people cry because they're scared and giggle a lot, watch this stream. Jillian is so funny when she's scared. I love her, and I would never let any harm come to her, but watch this stream. It's going to be full of clips, maybe even memes. It's going to be that amazing. So, yes. Look out for that, and I'll discuss with her, or she'll tell me in chat when she wants to do it, and it's going to be really fun. Yeah, I think I covered everything. Oh, KFD Con. How did I forget KFD Con? I don't know, guys. Y'all are muted. You can talk.
Cool. Nice.
Cool.
What DEF CON are we at for KFD Con?
We're still at like whatevs. We probably need to start planning things. Oh,
yeah,
I see what
it's
you're
not
saying.
even up on the Discord.
Oh, yeah, about that. We have a thing. We have to make it public, like the channel for it. So if you want to run something, like maybe run a D&D one-shot, because you have this crazy idea about Pokemon who are in the D&D universe, and they are actually continents, and they fight each other for resources, and it's a dystopian future where corporations run the world and control elections, that's totally great. You can run that D&D game. Or any idea, or if you just want to play D&D. So, yeah, lots to happen. That's going to be the July 31st, July 30th, end of July to August 1st. It's going to be a fun weekend, a very fun weekend. Yes, if you want to do Werewolf over Zoom, 100%. We can do Werewolf over Zoom. I love Werewolf. I will not lie. That is one of my like guilty pleasures. Going to conventions and playing Werewolf and dragging my friends along with me, and they're always like, "What the hell are we doing with our life?" But I love it. I love deception games. I love picking up roles. It's just a delight. Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. So we wanted to do Lexicon, Nat. We really wanted to, but I just don't think a lot of us are ready. To, I just don't trust.
Like ordinary con crud happens.
And I think I think one of the benefits of what's happened is whenever we go to conventions in the future, like when we'll probably go to Sin City Con in October. I will almost definitely wear a mask, just because I don't think it's gonna be as weird. It's normalized, and like that's gonna stop, as we've learned. Like wearing a mask and just basic hygiene is gonna stop a lot of that. So yes, a lot of people aren't ready. We want to make sure that people have an option. There's no FOMO. Like we can play games as friends online and still be safe, and be healthy and have a good time. Because I think we've all kind of established that we can have a good time together, even online, and with friends that can't be with us in person because they live in weird states like North Carolina, or they live like way western Kentucky, which I didn't even know was a thing. Like I thought once you got past Louisville, you were basically in California. Like you might as well be.
Or they'll have left the country by then and we'll be in another continent.
You will be on another continent. Let's not talk about that because I don't want to cry.
Did I tell you guys that I have a reason to go to Lexington Comic-Con this year?
What's your reason?
Because Ed Asner is going to be there, and I am getting that man's autograph.
Oh, that's fun. That's real fun. This is a little different. This is the board game convention Lexicon, but Lexington Comic and Toy, they've pushed that to the fall.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Thanks, honey.
Final Fantasy.
Thanks for... Yeah, we added some new sound alerts as well. Did a lot of channel maintenance. Yeah, lots. Anyway, we're going to play some D&D, right?
It doesn't help that I've been playing Final Fantasy lately.
Everyone should play Final Fantasy. So I think Ryan is going to handle the recap from not like our last session. So Ryan.
All right. Well, for those of you who joined us for the last session, started out with some technical difficulties, so we had a little bit of a shortened session. A lot of discussion of D&D and the like. But eventually, gameplay got underway. Ken, Chime, and Karn surveyed a hole in the mountain where James had apparently fallen through. Tam had rushed back to camp to alert Schmebulok, while basically everyone else decided they're going to go after James. Used a rope to get down into this hole, and then basically found some ruins, some dilapidated stone houses, some broken cobblestone roads, debris everywhere. Eventually, they followed some footsteps going north, proceeding through the city, which is illuminated by some creepy incandescent lichen. Anyways, Bree started to sense that something was amiss. Eventually, they discovered they were surrounded by fiends, specifically shadows. They pressed forward as much as they could, used light to their advantage, but the shadows attacked. Each hit from them was draining our heroes of strength with each hit. Our heroes kept up a valiant fight, and unfortunately, not all of them made it. Because in the end, Karn's strength was completely sapped. And yeah, long story short, I'm dead, guys.
Rest in peace.
Well,
Ryan.
and we'll get to that in just a moment.
Pour one out for myself here.
Oh, buddy.
Rest in spaghetti.
Spooky spaghetti.
Luckily, much like the Marvel Universe, death is not the end. So let's see what happens.
Uncle Ben.
Oh, Uncle Ben. We're going to pick up with Tam. So Tam, you were kind of aware that James was missing and that the group was going to go to the top of this, not quite a mountain, but kind of cliff, three-sided cliff that you could still climb up the fourth side. I'm sure that has a technical term, and if I would have paid more attention in geography class, I would know it. But here we are. So you're speaking to Shmebulok. The conversation is light and fun. He's stuttering and kind of not knowing what to say. But almost in an instant, with a snap of fingers, his tone changes. It says, Tam, something's not right. Something. You need to go to them. You need to. The stone that you hold in your hand, that is warm with magic and the connection that it has with the same stone that Shmebulok has, fades.
Okay. Is this another way to get rid of me?
Are you talking to me or are you talking to the stone?
You?
No. Never want to get rid of you.
Okay. Well, if you said so, you asked so nicely. I'd do anything for you, Shmebulok.
Oh, there's no connection with Shmebulok now.
Who's talking to me?
Well, that was me as the DM.
Oh. Never mind then. Well, Sam is sad now.
That's
So,
cool, thanks.
oh no, no offense or anything. So Tam kind of walked away from wherever she is, and she's like missing Shmebulok, because she's really enjoyed this quality time with him, and so I suppose she makes her way to where she left her friends, but on the way, whole way, she's singing, "Ain't no mountain high enough." Keep from you, Shmebulok.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So you climb to the top of this weirdly shaped cliff hill, and at the top you find a hole, about the size for a person to kind of go through. You keep moving your head, and you're like getting cut off on the stream sometimes. Killing me.
I'm trying to.
It's like climbing a mountain. I mean,
Yeah, little elevator. You make it to the top, discovering a hole about big enough for most people to fit through. But within that hole are two spears, kind of crossed into an X shape, with a rope tied, and then a rope descending into this darkness.
I kind of like sing into the hole. I'm like, "Woo."
Even your beautiful singing, no echo, nothing, just silence.
Am I getting a vibe from this cross thing that my friends were here?
You do know that Ken had some javelins, and you've spent enough time with him that these look a lot like the javelins that Ken carried.
Okay. Well, I'm still sad because I really wanted to connect with Shmebulok. I suppose I have to go help my friends. So I take the rope and kind of shimmy through the hole of the X thing.
Yeah, Tam's pretty small. I don't think you have any issue kind of getting through there and down. So as you descend, you're kind of slowly going down this rope. And as you make it a little ways down, the light from the hole is fading as it starts to become night outside. And this giant kind of cavern, there's a eerie bluish green glow kind of just sporadically throughout. And you descend and you notice that there's apparently a whole city down here. Just buildings, broken statues, just a general large city, larger than anything you've seen on this continent so far. On par with cities that you saw before you left. This definitely would have been a place with like a university or some other large population center. And as you descend, you make it to the top of this building. Just off in the distance, all of a sudden, a light just appears. And as you pause for a moment to kind of take that in, you hear the very and unmistakable faint sounds of battle coming from that same direction.
Okay. I run towards that because I know my friends
Okay.
and they like that battle. So scream like, I'm coming for you!
Okay. As you run, you're getting very close to, you see the light. You see these strange creatures that look just like animated shadows attacking the party. Strikes one of your friends at this distance. You still can't quite tell who, and he falls to the ground. You hear a voice, an unmistakable voice of Ken, scream. Go for it. They quickly dispatch the remaining creatures, and the area around you appears safe. As you rush up, you see Ken, over Karn's body, expending magical healing energy from his hands. But Karn still lays there, and the light that drew you to the party flickers, and fades to nothing. So Chime and Ken, right after the battle, right as it concludes, right as you're kind of taking account to what's happened, Tam rushes up. You can hear her in the distance, trying to make it to you all. And there's Karn, motionless, even after your healing magic, Ken.
What happened?
He's dead.
Ow!
Wherever these fiends were, they came out of nowhere. We had no idea what they were capable of. We just couldn't stand it. Not even my lay on of hands was able to resuscitate him. I'm not quite sure what to do. I think we lost him.
I have that stone that Shmebulok gave me. Can we use it?
You can use whatever you'd like to try.
You like communication stone?
No. Yeah,
That's
can I
not
communicate
good luck.
with Shmebulok right now?
So just like before, as your communication seemingly ended abruptly, the stone is just not hot or cold, just normal temperature, like it's just a regular stone. Whatever magic in it is currently not working. Your connection to Shmebulok has, at least for now, been extinguished.
We need to get him out of here. I'll lift him. At least we can't leave him here. He needs proper burial rites.
Can't just give up.
I'm not giving up. I'm getting him the hell out of here.
I mean, how are we... I mean... Are you gonna climb a rope? How are you gonna do this?
I haven't thought that far ahead.
I'd like to lift Karn's corpse over my shoulders.
Okay. Obviously, he does not resist.
Alright. Is this, do you want a strength check or anything, or you just want me to do it?
No, your character can lift that without any type of... that weight, without any type of check or anything.
Okay, but right now my hands are full, so, I mean, if we're attacked, I have to set them down, so...
Let's get out of here.
As you like have him kind of settled on your shoulder, the direction you were heading, a large building, some a couple hundred yards off in the distance, a brilliant flash of light kind of erupts from it, pulsating out. And just as quickly as it came, it goes away.
Not again.
Then a couple of seconds later, all around you, a field of light, almost like a shell surrounding you. About 10 feet or so. You all have to be very close to be within it. But it surrounds you. This shell of light. Kind of crackling energy. Your skin actually starts to tingle as you get close to it. It's a magic that likely have not experienced before. But it feels divine, holy in nature. Not like it would do any harm to you, but perhaps protecting you. After a couple seconds, as you kind of take it all in, the entire shell, the whole protective barrier, starts to shift and move towards this large building where the flash of light had just come from.
We follow.
Yeah, we gotta follow.
Okay. And as you're walking through this dilapidated city, the market stalls that are fallen into disrepair, you get closer to this massive building. You're passing parks full of fallen statues, dilapidated fences, benches, shadows emerge from all these hiding places. The same shadows that, just killed Karn. And they start to lunge towards this barrier, and as they make contact with it, they almost instantly just evaporate. The holy light, small explosions at every point of contact with a shadow, and the shadow fades from existence. You can keep walking, and the shadows seem to come more and more, but the light does not fade, does not waver. After a couple minutes of walking, you're in this area of large manors along this boulevard that you've been walking through. Huge houses, but again, in fallen in disrepair, doors missing, windows busted out, roofs partially collapsed. And the whole world kind of becomes monochromatic for a second. Everything is just black and white. Even you all. The field just continues to move. Moves forward. And you're right at the precipice of this large building. Huge pillars jutting towards the sky, covering a large, elaborate ceiling. Stairs leading up towards the top, this white marble building. And as you approach it, color seems to come back. Okay. Let's go to James for just a second. So James.
Yes.
Let me get the screen set up here. Cool. So you went to scout to look ahead. What now feels like days ago, but was just a matter of hours. You climb to the top of this overlook hill, and just for a second, the whole world just seems like it's shaking. The ground beneath you crumbles, and you find yourself, for just a moment, free falling into the unknown. And suddenly, just as suddenly as the ground broke and you were falling, the falling becomes much more controlled, much more like a feather, like you experienced the entire ship when you came to this continent weeks ago or months ago or however long it's been. And you land softly on top of this same building that's been described several times now. Off in the distance, this whole area, huge cavern, ruined city, all around you. Bluish green light surrounding everywhere. A voice in your head. I'm glad you've made it this far. Come to my temple. We have much to discuss. stay within the magic field. There are terrors about. A small... Oh, go ahead.
Is this a familiar voice?
It's a familiar voice. You've had a brief dream, but not much else. You feel like the voice is coming from within, but also from without. I have chosen you. A light field appears all around you and begins to move in the direction, basically to the north. You go through this city, falling apart, dilapidated. I think I've described it a couple times, so we are, I think, good. The field itself ends. This large temple, pillars go into the sky, white marble. Oh, sorry, I was right. For a brief moment, everything goes to black and white, just monochromatic, just shades of gray, what have you. But as you enter the temple, the light, the warmth kind of returns. The temple itself is rather large, with stairs leading up, huge pillars, pews set throughout, censers somehow still burning incense. And the smell is comforting yet foreign, but realizing that it's somehow the tiniest bit familiar, but you can't quite put a finger on it. The far end of the temple is a large altar, made of brass and copper, flanked by two statues of some creature that you think maybe you've seen before. A female form, the lower body of a snake, wings coming out of her back, long, green, flowing hair. But if you weren't mistaken, the face of an angel. And for whatever reason, you have the sense that you've seen her before, interacted with her before, but can't quite figure out where. And on this altar is a single book. The voice kind of appears in your head once again. I'm relieved that you made it. I am Dunya. I have lent you my powers to become a champion. And within this book, you will find many answers to the questions you undoubtedly have about who you are and why you are the way you are. I have lent you powers, great powers, and they must be used to stop the spread of evil at all cost. My very existence is at question. What say you? What questions do you have for me?
Why me?
You were promised to another under false pretenses. With that comes great responsibility. I have seen you resist the temptation that most mortals would easily give in to. I believe you have a good heart and are willing to do what's necessary to stop this evil from spreading. But you deserve to know the truth, which you will find in this tome, which if you choose to read here, you are safe from all evil, or you can take it with you. The choice is yours.
Sorry. You said her name. Did she say her name to me?
Yes, she did tell you her name was Dunya.
Dunya. Okay.
I will put that in chat for you to see.
Thanks.
Back in the business.
What are you exactly?
That is a valid question. Before the gods, there were the primordials. The primordials captured the very essence of the world. The ground beneath your feet, the air you breathe, the fire used to craft the water that provides life. Of course, those primordials are tied to something, are created by something, and I am that something. The first primordial, the all primordial. 'Tis me. Now, as the gods became more powerful and more accepted and more worshipped, they were kind enough to leave me the single temple so that my essence will remain. And most of that essence I have transferred to you. I fear the gods. Their time is coming to an end, and some force of good must remain. So you shall be my champion. Or, well, let's not think about the or, shall we?
I feel like there's a lot here that you're not saying, and maybe you can't say it. And if that's the case, I don't like it, but I get it.
Would saying more change your mind? Have you not already made a decision? You've accepted these powers.
I guess I only have one question left that really matters. And that is, what is your intention? What is your demeanor? What is your purpose?
Purpose. My purpose is to see this world continue to exist. Maybe not as it is now, but in some form. And if the plots and devices of those continue unabated, then this world will cease to be. The planes cannot be merged. They're separate for a reason. I don't know what else you want from me.
That answers more than you think. Are you sticking around? Do I have limited time with you? I don't know what. This is my first encounter with whatever this is. I don't know what to do.
Well, it takes a vast amount of energy for me to communicate with you, but I am always here. This is my holy ground in your world, in most worlds, in all worlds. You can always commune with me here, as long as this place still stands, and as long as you're able to commune.
How big is this tome? Is it like a thick? Is it thick?
It's a thick, definitely a tome, not a book.
Okay. Do you? So I just fell down here. I should probably go like let my friends know that I'm okay. I just want to make sure that they're all alright. Is it okay if I come back here and read, and if I have questions to ask those? Or is this like you get like 7 questions and then you're done type situation?
So you ask that question and there's just silence. And you still feel the presence within the room. And then you just hear, your friends are in danger. I shall provide a beacon and see how quickly we can have them get here. Yes, we like big books and we cannot lie. Yes, and get that snake booty. You all are killing me. It's fine. You killed one of your own players and now you're...
Y'all can't see us, but the rest of us are snickering behind the scenes.
Oh, there's...
It's...
It's even Cheryl's in tears. Cheryl's
Just
always
overcome with emotion.
always trying to get those numbers. Always trying to get digits.
Always trying to get that snake booty.
Snake booty, best booty, apparently.
Hell yeah.
I like a good
Monster fuckers
cloaca.
around here. Oh, don't say that. That's
Oh,
not a
boy.
sexy word.
Oh
That's
boy.
not a sexy word.
It was a joke, and I. Okay, anyways.
All right. With that. Yeah, the voice again. Just stay here. They need us. What seems like an eternity passes. Just a few seconds. The entire temple, huge light, it's like a lighthouse, just pulses out for just a second. You're not blinded. You're not anything bad happening to you. And then just stay here. It's too dangerous for you right now. Your friends will be here in just a moment. And then, party reunited! Chime and Tam kind of lead the way in. Ken has something on his shoulder. It looks like a body, maybe? And you quickly realize it's not just a body. It's Karn.
I run immediately over to them.
We were
What?
attacked. We didn't make it. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
I mean, you don't look like you're even. You fell that height, James.
She's right. How are you not injured?
I was led here with a light barrier. I don't know what happened. There was like a earthquake, and I fell through the hole. Except I didn't fall. It was I don't know. It was like I floated down, and then a light barrier brought me here. And then I turn around and to see if Dunya is still there.
She's never had a physical manifestation that you could tell.
Okay, so it's just like a statue.
Yeah, there's the two statues of her on the far end, kind of flanking the altar. Let me.
So I'm gonna speak at the altar. Can they hear you? Can you speak to them?
Yes, James. Okay.
Yes, they can hear me.
Oh my God.
Who was that?
Welcome to my temple. I am Dunya. How long has your friend been incapacitated?
This bullshit continent.
He's dead. I don't know who you are. We need to get out of here.
Place him at the base of the altar.
Ken, I know you're upset right now, but I think I know this is a good-hearted being.
So be it.
This is 10 kinds of messed up.
The body prop gets me. Just.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't understand this place. I didn't even mean to come here, and there's wizards and talking snake people, and now there's another snake person, and now I'm in some kind of temple underground, and one of my friends is dead.
We met Nebula.
And. All right. So you place Karn's body at the foot of the altar. suddenly a tower column of piercing light surrounds Karn's body, lifts it off the ground, begins to kind of stand up as this immense amount of holy energy passes through him. And just as suddenly as it started, it stops, with Karn's body smacking back against the floor, returned. And the voice comes back, seemingly from the statues. His soul, it's... What happened to his soul?
We traded it for our lives, I guess. I don't remember what happened. Some hags took his essence.
And it was given willingly?
Yes.
This complicates.
It was his soul or our lives.
Terrible friends.
Well, that's a decision you must live with. Without a soul, there's nothing anyone can do. Resurrection is reuniting the soul with the body. And his body would otherwise be fine, but with no soul to guide back, I don't know if there's anything I can do.
If you can reanimate the dead, I'll take a zombie Karn for now.
Would you take a zombie Karn?
Alright, now I'm just joshing. So there's nothing you can do.
Not without a soul. As this discussion is happening, behind you, the sound of heavy metal boots along the floor. As you turn to look, 8-foot-tall dragonborn, black scales, red scars throughout his face and arms, wearing black armor, emblazoned with a crest that not completely familiar with. A shield on his left arm, which appears to be the head of a dragon stretched out over it, its eyes still glowing. His shoulder pads, large, spiked, ridged, sharpened ends, kind of blades on them. On his hip, a longsword hangs in a scabbard, and in his right hand, some type of glass sphere with light, but the light is faded, blackened, in some places brown, and looks like in some ways it's been mostly used up. And to his right is a small human, perhaps, kind of hunched over, a long staff with a kind of the crook at the end of it, hunched over, kind of a Weasley-looking face, just smiling. Huh. So sounds like you need me in this. Don't act surprised. Dragonbane. Surely you've heard of me.
I pull out my crossbow.
I pull out my
Not,
greatsword.
not to point it right at him, just to get ready.
I'm pointing it right at him.
Well,
Yeah, we've heard of you.
seems we have mutual interest. You need something from me, and I will gladly give it to you.
I look to the others and say,
I'll be honest, I forgot why we were looking for him.
He looks kind of hot to me.
He wants to kill the gods he can.
No, killing the gods is not the goal. You completely misunderstand. This world is dying. People are suffering. And what do our leaders do? Nothing. And you know it. Why else would you come here? The promise of hope, the promise of a better life, and look at
I
it.
didn't mean to come here.
Well, the rest of you. There's no reason to come here, except your life before was shit. And the gods, it's the gods' fault this happened. It's the gods' fault this happened. It's in your book. Read it. Now.
Ken holds his great sword towards him and says, "Say one more thing about the gods. I dare you. I triple down dare you."
I stand up right next to Ken, and point my crossbow at him.
At who?
Not a Ken.
Oh,
Dragon Bane.
Dragon. Pitiful. Violence is all you know. Anyway, I have what I needed with Karn's soul. Do you want it back, or not?
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting you get his soul back. Does anything else truly matter?
What's the
Exchange
catch?
What?
What catch? Why do you think I have a catch?
Because these things always have a catch.
Always a price.
We've been on this continent long
It's
enough to know
built on
that
catches.
nothing is free.
Well, this is free. I know what you're trying to do. I know you want to stop me. But I'm not the bad guy here. Here. To prove it, he gently sets this kind of glass orb on the ground, rolls it across the floor in your direction, holds his hands up, kind of, oh, Blue Bear, makes a motion towards his companion off to the side. Let's get out of here. Turn their back to you. Walk out.
I'm like ready to grab Ken's shoulder if Ken starts to move, because I know we're not ready to face him.
You read my mind. And
I
so
don't-
Ken looks at James's hand, and looks him in the eye, and he's like,
Yeah, you're right. I don't think we can take him in our state. I'm not sure what that would accomplish at this point. Let's see what the hell this thing is.
I don't trust this thing. I mean, who knows what he's been collecting? This kid, who knows what this is?
bends down to pick up the glass sphere.
Danya, can you tell us, is this Karn's soul, is it still intact? Is it still salvageable?
Silence for just a moment. You have all the props, don't you?
This is my fruit bowl.
That's perfect. The orb kind of glows blue for just a moment. I can confirm it is a soul. Intact would be a strong term to use. But it is a soul that is looking for a body.
So we don't know if this is Karn's soul.
Does it matter?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, no, I get that, but does it matter what we do with this soul? Even if it's not Karn's, it's morally the right thing to do to give it to a vessel.
Is it? What if we're resurrecting something evil?
It's a
Fantasy
risk I'm willing
Hitler.
to take.
What if it's fantasy Hitler?
Who the fuck is Hitler?
I don't know, but I know who Fantasy Hitler is.
Exactly.
Look,
Fantasy
we won't
Hitler.
find out unless we try. What else do you suggest? That we just bury him and throw this glass orb away? That's what I thought. Well, let's get going.
All right, but I'm gonna, just in case it's not Karn and it is evil, and also that it is evil, I'm gonna strike it down if it's.
So
if it
you're gonna
attacks.
destroy Karn's body. If this isn't Karn, then we know exactly where he is. we can't destroy this body. You understand that, right?
Do we know where he is?
Yes, Dragonbane would still have him.
Oh, okay.
I mean, at least I'd assume so. He needs it to get into the celestial plane. Is your damn boyfriend better than you do?
He's busy.
I don't think that's saying a whole lot.
Worst case. Not worst case. Okay, let's say this is a likely bad scenario. Bad version scenario. We let Dunya resurrect his soul into Karn's body, and it's not Karn, and it is evil. We kill it, the soul separates out, Ken heals the body, and we try and find Karn's soul.
I mean, if we kill it, I don't think Karn's gonna appreciate having giant holes in his body when he comes back.
That's why Ken will heal the body.
Is that really... Is that
Do
how
we
that
know-
works?
Do we know how to catch souls, like, randomly?
I don't know.
An
I say we
idea.
restrain it. I say we restrain it.
I've got an idea. I
Okay.
cast protection from evil onto Karn's corpse here. If the soul is evil, it won't be able to enter it. Deal?
We don't. I mean, okay. What other? What else can we try? What else is there?
We can throw this sphere on the ground and leave with this body.
I say we
Danny-
restrain the body before we resurrect it. And if we resurrect it and it's evil, then it's restrained.
Alright, whatever.
Alright, whatever.
Is everyone in consensus?
Tam, you're awfully quiet.
Is there another, like, creature around? Maybe we can put the soul in that. And then if it ends up being Karn, we can talk to it. But if it is, then we can kill that creature and then put the... I miss Nebula.
I didn't see any dead bodies in the way in. Did you all?
Also, I don't know how any of this stuff works, or how many times this can happen, or if it's going to degrade the soul or the body. If we do this many times, I
Why don't
don't
you
know
ask
that
your
we have
snake
much of a
lady?
choice.
Ask Nanya. What's her
You
name?
want Bonte?
Dunya.
Nanya.
Done
Danya.
your business.
This decision you must come to on your own.
I figures.
Assholes.
She's probably related to Enya.
Very soulful. Very meditative.
I am saying, we tie the body up, we let it get resurrected. If it's Karn, cool.
You got a
It's
rope?
not-
I got
Probably.
Will like normal rope restrain like magic people?
No, of course not. But I'm really, really wanting to see the look in Chime's face.
You're
Ken.
just hilarious, Ken.
Ken, that's enough.
Real hilarious for someone that's already got what he wants.
Chime, he didn't want this.
Not this, his brother. He came here to find his brother, and I'm still on this godforsaken continent, and now I'm attached to all you weirdos.
You
Just
love
frustrated.
Need to make a decision.
What will it be?
I don't know that we have a better choice. I think this might be our one choice, one chance to do something. You even said, how are we going to get Karn's body out of here?
Yep.
The best way is if Karn walks himself out.
All right. Here. Take it. And
Wait,
Ken-
real quick.
Ken-
Before it wakes up. We don't give it any clues to what it is. We ask his name. Okay?
No, we should ask him something only he would know. We could be like, who has the?
Sausage.
Slap the sausage!
All right. Yes. Okay. Is anyone against this plan?
I hate it when a DM does that. Come on.
Oh, you don't get a say.
Oh,
The DM doesn't get a say.
Tam, are you against this?
A little bit. Okay, let's do it.
Chime, take this.
Why me?
Because James and I are gonna have to hold it down.
It's dead. Just tie it up. I can tie it up. It's dead.
It's not about tying it up. It's about holding it down if it breaks the rope. Now hold the sphere.
Okay.
I start singing Enya.
Of course you do. All right.
Oh my god.
helpful as always.
Anybody got a rope? Okay.
Oh, my voice just changed.
Do you have a frog in your throat?
I guess.
A duck.
All right.
Stepped on a duck earlier.
I'm sure one of us probably has a rope. Probably. We'll tie it up. You and I are holding it down. Let's go.
All right. So we tie up this corpse, and I'm looking miserable the entire time because this is just desecration. And we do we tie it to anything?
Too highly of
James?
corpses.
Nah.
All right, it's on the ground, and we're just kind of staring at it and looking at Chime, and looking back.
All right.
All right. Danielle. Unite these. Engage.
Yeah, Ken, stop looking at me like I'm the one working the magic here.
You have the sphere.
Once again, this tower of holy energy pierces through Karn's body. The sphere in your hand, Chime, kind of emits a tiny glow for just a moment, and then explodes. Luckily, the glass shards into even smaller little bits that fade to sand or dust and don't harm you as you hold a glass sphere. And the light within goes straight to Karn's body as he's lifted up. The light pierces him, and as the presumed soul comes out of the orb and into his body, he shakes almost involuntarily. The rope and your attempt to hold down not only Karn but the energy that's lifting him up, the Holy Spirit, the holy energies, to no avail. And this creature finds itself standing in front of an altar, surrounded by the four of you, but still tied up in a rope. And that's where we are. How does the party want to proceed?
Is it awake? Is it alive? Is it...
Eyes open, kind of weary, looking extraordinarily weak. And for that second of standing, almost immediately just collapses back to the ground.
I'd like to catch it.
Okay. You catch this body in your arms, and Karn, this is kind of what you've experienced. The perfect just catch there, Ken.
Thank you.
I've got my crossbow out and I'm aiming it as speak.
Put that away, James.
We don't know who it is yet.
Karn, do you want to say anything?
I turn around and look at Chime and just go, smart-ass bird.
Oh my god. Oh, it's Karn.
I drop my crossbow and I run in for a hug.
Oh, ow, ow.
Group hug.
Yeah, at this point, Karn, you have 1 strength, and really it's probably closer to half.
Not too hard.
Don't mush his little baby bird bones.
All right. You need medical attention and rest and probably a health potion. And probably a lot more than that, but
Yeah, we need to get you out of here, man. Welcome back to the living.
Denya, are we safe here?
Thanks.
As safe as can be. I can offer protection. I don't know if you fully noticed. The plane of shadows is beginning to encroach on this area. I'm able to hold them off for a bit, but you'll be fine to rest.
By the time she's finished talking, Ken has already unwrapped his little sleeping bag and is already getting tucked in.
Yeah, I'm trying kind of
Sounds good to me.
trying kind of
Yeah,
crap right now.
Except that we already set up our camp elsewhere.
Yeah,
Shit.
or without the
Oh, okay.
I mean,
No, you make a good point. That was like
I'll
a month
just
ago.
like sleep on a pew or something.
Short rest. Let's do a short rest.
Oh yeah. Take
All
me a
right.
pew nap.
Let's rest for a short period of time and then get out of this God's forsaken city under the mountain whose idea was to build this crap.
the city wasn't built under a mountain. Don't worry.
How did it get here?
It's all in the book. But
He's right. It's more of a cliff.
Karn, shut up! Go to sleep.
the
I owe you our thanks.
the gods and other parties decided that what your kind was doing on this continent was unacceptable, and decided to clear it out of most life. So several great events, apocalypses, as you might call them, occurred, with very few making it out. Which is why in some of your legends back home you might have heard of a sunken continent, playground of the gods, any number of tales discussing this land. Because a few survivors made it over. But again, the book itself will tell you better than I could. I wasn't fully here. It's the tale of those who lived in this city.
So I'm gonna start reading it while everyone else is patching themselves up.
And of course, to make this incredibly inconvenient, it's not in a language that
Oh.
you can understand.
Perfect. I don't know if you know this. I have a spell called Comprehend Languages.
That is perfect.
Before you do that, I have a question. 1, why am I tied up? 2, would somebody please fucking untie me?
Oh, sorry.
I assume we had already done that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No.
Ken, why'd you think of doing that?
Not my fucking job.
Sounds like snoring and she's been woken up.
Ken, why would you desecrate a former corpse by tying it up?
A bird told me to.
Really? And that bird was Kentuckian.
All right, I see no point in arguing right now.
Can we take a short rest?
Yeah, you're taking a short rest. So, Tim, you'll spend that hour or so of the short rest reading through this book. Okay.
I
It's
don't know if you knew that I had this spell,
I didn't, but that's totally fine. I didn't look through your spell list.
Awesome.
At first, for the hour that you read it, is kind of just the day-to-day happenings of this city, like a official city journal, kind of mostly very boring, very dry, like council meetings, like the minutes from those. Kind of follows a similar format. Some farmer disputes that were settled by council. That kind of is what you mostly get to, and then we'll.
Right. Yeah, and I only have an hour, and I think I can only do one spell a day.
Yep.
I think so.
So that is what you learn
I
during
learned nothing.
your
I
first
learned
hour.
nothing.
Oh, come on. I'm sure you found some interesting deed polls or something in there.
So, with any remaining time, I'm gonna talk to the group. And okay, so a few weeks ago, I had a dream that a god spoke to me, and then when I woke up, I could heal people a little bit. And I don't know if you guys remember seeing this, but when we fought that thing in the cave where we thought Ken's brother might be, and I just blasted it, that was new to me. That had never happened before. And when I came down here, and she spoke to me, and it was familiar. And she told me that this world, on its current course, is going to end unless we stop it. And I don't know what that means yet. She said the answers in these books, and the only damn thing I've learned so far is that farmers are petty.
Everyone's petty, James.
Now that's just not true.
Just waiting for Ken to get back from his quick bathroom break.
And to visit the little duckling's room.
Oh, there he is. All right, so you're able to get your short rest. Karn, your full strength returns.
9 of them.
And the other players that if you suffered strength damage, that strength has also returned.
I don't know what my original score was.
Your original score was 10.
Oh, thank you.
You are very welcome. Luckily, we have little mini character sheets for everyone to see whenever we do moments. Yeah, there is Chime's character sheet, along with Art of Chime, which is awesome.
So, I'm gonna look around the altar for any emblem or patch or brooch or something that I can keep on me.
Okay.
Of like a symbol or something, Dunya's symbol or something.
Sure. Go and give me an investigation check.
I can't because I'm not on the screen.
That is a good point. Well, let's put you on the screen. Sometimes this does not want to cooperate. There you go.
Sweet. How does a 24 do?
Okay. You're kind of looking through the altar, and kind of your hand goes under a little crevice, and you feel a button. And as you push that button, a small drawer opens up, and inside is a pendant that you don't fully recognize the symbol of. Crevice is in fact a weird word. Yes. But appears to be some very rudimentary symbols for the four primordials, the four elements, combined into one symbol, which I hadn't planned on having to deal with that tonight. So I
worries.
don't know what it looks like. So I will describe it in greater detail on a future episode.
That's cool. So I'm gonna hold it, and I'm gonna in my brain I'm gonna speak to Danya and say, unless you object, I'm gonna keep this one.
Of course.
Okay, cool. I was trying to give you a way where you don't have to actually communicate with me if you don't have to save your strength, because I know you need all of it that you need right now. So unless you need to say something,
It takes no energy to communicate with you here.
awesome.
But if you were to leave, it takes a significant amount.
Is there anything else I need to know? Anything else that you need me to know right now?
Just don't judge too harshly when you read the book. Remember the perspective it is written by.
I have a very important question for anyone. How long have I been dead?
Not very long at all.
Okay, so whatever Dragonbane kept my soul in, I don't know how to describe it. It was like being alive, being in a plane of existence, but not really. The reason I ask is because you say I've just been dead for a little bit. For me, I've been gone for 3 years.
3 years? That's longer than we've been here. Right? Have we been here 3 years?
No, but just whatever that thing I was being held in, it's almost like he was trying. It's almost like he was trying to draw whatever energy he could out of me. I've spent the last, what seemed to me, 3 years surviving against whatever the hell he had in there sapping my powers.
Do you feel okay? Do you feel different? Do you feel the same? Do you feel like you?
I'm still me, but I know for a fact that Dragonbane wasn't entirely honest with you as far as what you guys were going to get out of that deal.
What do you mean by that?
He gave you my soul, but he kept the celestial part of it for himself.
So you're no longer an ASMR?
Not as far as I know. As far as I know, I'm just a regular human.
Can you see in the dark?
No.
Have you tried?
Welcome to the club.
I mean, like, I can just tell, even with all this light here, I can tell there is something different about the way I'm seeing it.
What's that?
Can
Is that-
you repeat yourself, please?
What's the last thing you remember?
I remember, well, being here, I remember being hit by one of the shadows. And then, as soon as that happened, I was pulled into some place where it's hard to describe. It wasn't reality, but it was definitely something just, I was attacked constantly, almost like he was trying to make me use my powers just so he could drain them out of me, and hell, he succeeded.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Welcome to Unholy Life. It's not that bad.
I mean, I know we have to stop him. I don't know how much help I can be now.
That's not the Karn I know. The Karn I know would never step down from a challenge, no matter what the odds were. Let's get out of this place and let's talk about it later.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good to move around.
Need a spot? Need a spotter?
Well, yeah, I can't see in the dark. I need you to spot stuff. No, I should be okay. I'm just... Did anyone happen to grab my staff? I don't know if I'm up for fighting quite yet, but I wouldn't mind having something to lean on.
I cast Shield of Faith on Karn.
Okay. So for that moment, shimmering field surrounds you, Karn, and you kind of feel like you have a bit of holy armor surrounding you.
Huh. Neat sensation.
Tingles.
Alright. Now, how are we getting out of here? I don't seem to recall the rope reaching all the way down.
I'm gonna put my hand on Karn's shoulder and I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good.
Okay. It would just be protection from evil or protection from good.
Protection from evil.
Just gotta make sure we're good there. Okay.
I did not know that about that, but that makes sense.
Only neutral people can attack him.
All right.
Wait. I would like to put my hand on Karn's shoulder and say, I don't have anything special to offer you. Really sorry.
Damn it, a neutral person is attacking me.
Wow, geez, I haven't heard that one before. Help, thief. Ugh. They stole me
I don't think you're
purse.
thieving from me, it's just your nonchalant attitude. You are the neutral kind of person
Oh, I'm very neutral.
that they were
I
warning
am,
me
in
about.
fact, neutral.
Is Karn like healed up? Do you need more healing?
With that short rest, I don't think hit points were really the issue with Karn.
No,
No.
strength.
So, yeah, with the short rest, he's regained his strength. Still a little wobbly feeling. I mean, he just kind of... Karn has definitely been through some stuff. Stuff that... He's already told you that to an extent, but... So... He
Okay.
physically probably fine, but there's just a lot happening with him.
Can I sing a song to inspire him?
Of course.
Do you have an anthem, Karn? Or...
Not one in particular. Not gonna lie, the monastery wasn't big on the music.
Okay. Well, in that case, I would like to sing "As Good as Hell" by Lizzo.
Oh, that's an excellent choice.
I just took a DNA test. I can confirm 100% that human.
Wait, does it exist?
But what is your plan now? You took your short rest. It's very likely middle of the night in this huge cave.
I mean, Karn,
Direction.
do you still have magical abilities? I feel like if you cast light on something, I think that'll ward them off long enough for us to get out of here.
That's a good question. I'm not sure whether I can cast light.
I mean, if you can't, try it on like a shield or, I don't know, something we're wearing. That way it's just always there.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out a torch while he's doing this,
Okay.
just in case.
So you focus on it like before, where you cast light and the globe just suddenly appeared, just kind of as you chose to manifest it before. And you do everything the same, but at this point, that holy, like, ancestral energy from above does not come through at this point. Perhaps with a little more rest, perhaps with a little more experience, perhaps it's gone forever.
We try it again.
At
Come on.
this point, as you
Damn
try,
it.
the celestial energy within you does not manifest the light, but now something different. Some type of arcane energy. Maybe something you learned in those 3 years you were trapped, fighting for your very essence, for your very soul. And a light appears, just like it did before.
Hey, nice.
Well, it's not the same as it used to be, but I'll
It
take it.
looks the same to me.
Why is it purple?
No, it was purple before, Ken.
Ducks are colorblind. Anyway.
Because
I
Samuel
had my
Johnson.
I had my tinderbox. I just put it back in my pocket.
It's purple, I think, because I seem to remember a Samuel of the Kingdom Jackson said he could have whatever color he goddamn well wanted.
Very fascinating.
Oh, I haven't heard this story. Please tell it to me on our travels in between sessions. All right, so we probably don't want to stick around here. Let's move fast. Stay in the light. Keep your guard
Yeah.
up.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get back. I still have no idea how we're gonna get back. I just know I fell through a hole.
Yeah, we followed you through the hole.
So, does anybody have a hook shot?
Oh no, we have a rope that's like Ken did this whole thing. You'll
Oh.
see when you see it.
Awesome. Let's go.
Yeah, Raylan
All right.
MacGyver.
Let's head back to the house that we fell on earlier.
As we're running away from the temple, I'm gonna look back and give a silent thank you.
Okay. Give me 1 second to get the next little bit set up. Wasn't sure where we'd be tonight. What are we missing?
Yeah, sometimes our dialogue and arguments and about nothing just tend to take an entire hour, and sometimes
Sometimes I just cry like a baby for no reason.
Some-
And that's the charm of me.
And sometimes two of our characters will fight over a man.
Yes.
I don't think that passes the Bechdel test.
No, not really.
Duck-
We've talked about other things, so the series passes the test.
Okay, that's good.
What is this test? I've never heard of.
I'll tell you later.
What?
Okay. Out you go. And as you head out, that sphere, the shell of light that surrounds you, kind of once again surrounds all of you. You're able to.
Thanks for the boost.
It will only protect you against the shadows.
That's all we have to worry about, isn't it?
I don't like the implications of that.
Oh no, Anakin and Padme meme. That's all we have to worry about, right?
Right.
Right?
Right?
What do you mean it won't protect us against sand?
Ken pulls out a great sword. I'll lead the pack. And he leads the pack out the door.
All right.
I got my dagger and my hand crossbow.
Ooh, a dagger. Okay.
I was blind and did better with a crossbow than the rest of you all, so don't say anything, Ken.
Okay.
Go duck yourself.
Yeah, go duck
Not even
yourself.
my duck voice, anyway.
You're a bastard.
Yeah.
There's a lot of anger issues in the party tonight. You
And
go.
I kind of chuckle because I know that like this is our dysfunctional way of bonding.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm
I
just
just
glad
think-
that while I was dead, you guys didn't use my body for just trying to get away with various schemes. Like, have you ever heard the story of a lord named Bernie who his subjects pretended he was still alive for an entire weekend?
You know, I thought that was just an urban legend. Like, I heard that a couple of times back home as well. I
I've
think
heard
that's just
three
an urban
different,
legend.
totally, completely different tales that apparently is the same tale, but there's three different tales.
Huh.
They don't. It's like same characters, completely different stories. I don't get it.
Yeah,
It's like
I
pick a
would-
story.
all of them featuring Jonathan, the Man of Silver.
As you're running out and away from the temple, and again the shell surrounds you, the shadows at this point maybe seem more reluctant. A few kind of throw themselves at it and dissipate. And as you make it back,
I want to flip off the shadows as soon as they start to hit the shield
flip them off.
and evaporate. Yes.
Yeah, got it.
The bird is
Yeah.
giving them the bird.
Yes.
Ah.
Fuck them.
All right. You have no problem flipping off shadows as they
Yay.
dissipate into nothingness. And you make it to the top of this building without any issues. But the rope is about 10 feet off the ground. I think is what we established before. There was a final
Not
drop.
gonna be a problem here.
That's fine. I can throw you guys one by one. Hop in.
It can.
Who's first?
That leads you down here.
Fine. I can jump.
You can jump 3 feet. You have a 3 feet vertical as a duck.
Duck. Now get up.
Can we go up and throw him along the rope?
I suggest we create a human pyramid.
What happens to the bottom layer?
Well, no. We make a human pyramid, and the person on top, they just tie another rope to the rope.
Oh.
See, I'm not trying to make things complicated. I'm trying to make
That
Except for the human pyramid.
no.
We still
Human
have that.
pyramid gives stability. Come on.
We still have that rope that we tied Karn up with, just in case. Right?
You do.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Ken, throw me up.
We
Hold
can
on.
just make a human pyramid. If you miss, you're falling off the house.
It might take a few tries.
You don't have to throw him. Just giving him a bit of a boost is going to be enough. So you're able to give him a bit of a boost.
There we go.
Let's see. And so James, you're going to try to tie a rope to the rope while you're boosted up.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So Ken's able to boost you up a bit. And you kind of grab onto the rope with one hand and start to tie it.
No, I'm gonna flip upside down and wrap it around my foot, and then use both hands upside down.
Okay. Go and give me an acrobatics check.
I was gonna say you're not getting away without a check of some sort.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Have been
I was
easier.
gonna make it easy,
Pyramid.
and here we are. All right. So so Ken gets a good solid stance and boosts you up, and you're able to grab the rope, and then you're trying to maybe show off to a point and flip around and get the rope tied around your foot like a Cirque du Soleil performer. And as you do that, you completely misjudge how much rope it takes to wrap around your foot and just fall.
Oh,
Ken's looking up at you, kind of ready to help out in some situation. Does not expect you're going to do that, and you just fall on top of him on a heap. The two of you laying together, just limbs kind of intertwined.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand over them, give them the look, the mom look.
Oh, that was excellent
Yeah.
timing, Julie Pie, with the Stardew Ghost noise.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Human pyramid's looking like a pretty good idea right now.
So somebody said something about a human pyramid. That sounded like a good idea.
Someone.
Question though,
Someone
is
said
this
that.
shield of light gonna cover all of us if we're in a human pyramid?
Just use your magic light wherever we need to, and let's just get it done quickly.
Okay,
Now you're killing me.
I will use the magic hands.
Who is tying the rope?
I can't.
You go ahead.
Okay.
I can. I'm
Give me
lightest.
give me a survival check.
Wait, me and Tam are both pretty light. Survival check.
Oh yeah, Tam is like 3 foot tall, isn't she?
I
Hey,
am not on the board.
No.
Oh.
I just remember like everybody standing up in the weeds with the baby noise, and you had to like jump.
I think
I
I'm
remember.
only like 2 inches taller than Tam.
Okay.
Okay. Ah.
Storytelling,
said-
you know.
Continuity.
What do I need to check?
Survival.
you want me to check that too?
No, at this point, Chime is tying the rope.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think she is.
You tie the rope.
Okay. Is
That's
it
simple,
tight?
folks.
Did you check it?
Yes.
There's no reason that we would have to suspect that she didn't tie it well.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's go up. I recommend like no more than 2 people on the rope at the same time because I don't know what it's
Fair enough.
how much weight this rope can handle.
It's really not the rope, it's more the spears up top.
Spears? What?
It's a long story. You'll see when you get up there.
Do it one at a time. No, 2 at a time. Only 1 at a time. Is that clear?
Me and Tam could probably go one at a time. We're like the
I'll
weight
Not even
of
tied to a
you.
rock?
There were no
Okay.
rocks.
Okay,
That's
one,
what I
one,
suggested.
one at a time.
Okay,
Yeah.
who's going first?
I'll go.
You're already
All
up
right.
Yeah.
That does
What am
make
I?
sense.
What am I doing?
Are you like trying to rush or anything, or just doing a like safe climb up a rope?
No, I'm just doing a safe climb up.
Nah, there's nothing to roll. Like you're able to do that. I'm gonna roll some stuff to check on how the
Oh, fine.
contraption's doing.
Great.
Okay. So you're going one at a time. So
Yep.
slow, just deliberate climb up, and yeah, Chime, you're able to make it out.
Okay,
Everything's
get up-
fine.
When I get up to the top, I'm gonna yell down. Do you all want me to tie this to something more secure than spears?
You see a rock? Be my guest.
There's trees.
Are there trees?
There's trees, right?
The trees were pretty far. It's a relatively
We have,
like
2
yeah, you've got
long
about
ropes.
100 feet of rope right now. You've got extra 40 feet or so. Yeah, so you can, there's a
Yeah,
tree.
so I'm gonna tie it to a tree.
Okay, go and give me another survival check. Okay.
22, bitches.
All right.
Not tying champion.
Make it tie an excellent knot. But at this point, you all are not a whole lot of extra slack. The rope itself is actually a couple of feet off the ground. Who is climbing next?
I'll climb
Tam.
in.
Oh, Karn. Karn, you go next, and then Tam. And then Ken, and then me.
I'll go last.
Okay, Tam, a slow, deliberate climb, just like before. Basically, if you all aren't gonna rush, you don't have to roll anything. If you're gonna try to rush and like hurry up, it'll matter.
Nope,
guess-
not yet. I think
I'm
Karn
just
is
gonna
going
go
next.
steady.
Okay.
Karn's going next, and then Tam. As Karn goes up, I'm gonna pull my torch out.
Okay. Okay. So Karn, you're able to slow and steady make it to the top.
Whoop.
Who's next, Tam?
Apparently.
Okay. Slow and steady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Slow and steady, and you make it up. No issues. Who's next?
Can you want to go?
Fine.
All right, Ken. Slow and steady. Your duck body. Make it up. Kind of squeeze through that hole. Leaving James at the
I'd
bottom.
like to pull James up, actually.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, I'm gonna just hold on. I'm not gonna do anything except hold on and yeah.
Okay. It takes Ken a little bit of effort. Maybe the trial down below had a little more weight to it, more difficulty than you all realized. But you're able to pull, and as the first knot that Chime tied below, as it kind of crests over that hole, you can see it starting to come loose, just barely tied. But at that point, you're able to grab the second rope. Didn't realize how close you were to falling and staying down there. And as you start to leave that hole, a terrible, blood-curdling sound comes from within. It sounds like some type of reptile? It can't be right. Like a huge reptile shrieking out in pain. Crying out.
I'm
But-
not falling for it.
No.
Peace.
I
I'm
say
gonna
we find something to cover this hole.
I'm gonna pull my medallion out, and knowing that Snake Booty.
I call your girlfriend.
No, I'm gonna see if. Are you okay?
No response.
All right, is there a boulder around?
Sure. Yeah, there's a...
We'd like to roll the boulder over this hole.
Okay. It's a little ways downhill, so it's gonna take a couple of you
Okay.
to do this.
Arn, you were just dead.
Doesn't mean I
Like,
can't
you should-
contribute.
You shouldn't be rolling boulders. You were just dead like an hour ago.
All right, you stand back. Me and James got this.
Me and my 6.
Um,
We got this.
That's an 18, so I'll take it.
so the two of you trying to roll a boulder uphill, giving it all you got, and it's not moving.
Cumulative 18. What do you mean
You
it's
want to
not?
help?
You're rolling a boulder
John, you want to supervise?
up.
No, I'm gonna help.
Okay.
So typically, whenever somebody is helping, go ahead and roll your strength and see if you're helpful to begin with. A 6 is not helpful at all.
No.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So
15.
the three of you at this point, maybe you found definitely the right number of people to once again roll a boulder uphill.
Uphill.
I don't know if you're aware, but in some of like Greek mythology, that's a punishment that happens for all of eternity. It's not something you do for fun or like go out
Oh,
jogging.
Sisyphus.
So you're able, the three of you combined, able to get the boulder up next to it, and put it in the hole. And then a couple of seconds later, excellent use. The whole, the boulder just falls to the hole. The hole now slightly larger, as a poorly supported hole is attempting to support a boulder. All right.
Oh.
Perfect. All right. Back to camp. What's your all's plan?
Back to camp.
All right.
Yeah.
My ass is tired.
Let's make
Nice.
sure no one ran off with all of our stuff while we were.
Yeah.
You were
That's
with.
probably important.
Yeah, they're all still there. You've been traveling along with Howard and his kind of companions, and Howard's still awake, kind of sitting by the
Hey.
campfire, talking with his little halfling chef friend.
Say thanks for your help back there.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't actually say that. I was
oh,
joking.
what happened?
I don't want to talk.
Someone died.
Someone died? Like,
Yeah.
stop. Well, you're all here.
Karn died.
He doesn't look dead.
No.
My God saved him.
Your god saved him? Did you all get
Yeah.
to my hooch? Did you all...
No.
No,
But
but
can
I'll
we?
take
Fell
some
into a
now.
hole
Can.
in a cliff. Found a temple. Found a new snake woman to worship.
Done
He has a
yet.
giant book. Okay, Dunya. He's got a new Dunya to worship. That's what we're saying these days.
But that's none of your
Um,
Nice.
Exactly. It's none of my business.
Howard just looks at Ken kind of quizzically. Really?
Like I said,
Okay, you can trust me.
Can I?
Yes. You'll know when you can't trust me.
Okay. Yeah. I'll Sorry, I forgot my voice for Howard. Just doing the default gnome voice. Yeah. You'll yeah. It's barrel over there. Have at it.
Thank you. I've had a very long day, as you can tell.
we all have.
Some might
Yeah,
say
he
it felt
said.
like 3 years. And by some, I mean Karn.
Yeah, he said he was dead tired.
That was bad.
All these jokes are dead on arrival.
You're killing me.
Wade.
This makes me miss my husband. He told the best dad jokes.
Dead jokes.
And with that, I'm taking. a
My
sip of
husband's
the-
alive! At least God, I hope so. He was last time. Oh, God. I would tell you his jokes, but that would make me a pawpaw.
What time of day is it right now?
It is like middle of the night.
All right, so I'm crashing.
Okay.
I'm tired.
Yeah, long rest time.
I didn't actually have to fight, so I will. Luckily, so I will take watch.
Thank you.
Hey, Tam. Hey, how did you know to come down and find us?
The javelin.
See?
I mean, you couldn't have seen him putting the javelins there. You were down here.
Like it?
You what?
It looked like it?
No, I mean, how'd you know to go and find the javelins?
Oh, I was rudely interrupted because I was talking to Shmebula, and then suddenly he like disappeared, and then I got this message to like come find you all because you needed help. I missed
Oh.
Shmebula.
Wait, is the stone still working or not working or
I don't know. I tried. It wasn't working before.
when did you try?
When Karn was dead.
Okay, well, Karn's alive now, so that factor has changed. Maybe
I
you
know.
want to try again?
Do you want to call him in the middle of the night?
You can. I'm not going to.
Might be asleep.
He seems like the kind of guy who keeps odd hours, so I don't think
Yeah.
there's too much for us.
Okay, let's call him.
You can call him.
Your stone currently does not seem to be working.
Oh shit.
Try holding down the home button and the power button at the same time.
He's left it off the hook.
Hold it on the.
Should I shake it?
I mean, you can try. It sounds like that might work.
Yo, keep it down. I'm trying to sleep.
Oh
Y'all
my
are
gosh,
killing
shut
me.
up! I had the same battle as you.
I shake the stone.
You shake the stone, and it is now shook, but still not working.
I want to like hold it up to Obviously, I'm like a bird, so I don't have like a visible ear. I want to hold it next to my like little ear hole.
Sounds like a stone would sound. Silent and stony.
Okay.
I curl up on the floor and start to cry.
Sweetheart, this definitely is not an
I
issue with
think-
you. This
All
is
right,
an issue
so-
with the stone.
I'm Tam. You're gonna take first watch with me, and then I sit down next to her and put my arm on her shoulder.
Oh, thanks, friend. Have you ever dealt with rejection?
Looking like this in a human society, I've had my share of rejection. Yes.
Okay. It's a hard world out there.
Tell me about it, sister.
I tried to go on Winder, but it didn't work.
Back in my day, we didn't use Winder. We had to meet people face to face, call loudly, and exchange our vocal expressions that we knew. That sounded easy.
All right. If you're super concerned about the stone, you can use like an Arcana check to maybe try to determine what might be wrong with it. Those of you that are still awake.
Hey, let me take a look at that thing.
Okay, thanks.
I have a solid 8.
A solid 8. Well, that's better than a borderline 8. You can tell that at this point, looking at it, it doesn't appear to be any incantation or any type of enchantment or any magic on it at all.
I can't tell anything from here. Nothing looks off to me right now.
Okay, maybe we'll try tomorrow. I'll ask Conde
Maybe
now.
I'm more exhausted than I thought. I don't know.
Could be.
That's okay.
I think with that, we will finish your long rest, and we'll pick up what happens on our next session, which will be in 2 weeks. So that is, I think that's still right, July 6th. As long as I'm...
Sorry, July.
Yeah, it's the end of June right now. So tomorrow night, we'll be back playing Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance, which I am so excited about. I'm looking forward to this game for like months since it was announced. I love those characters, and I love the action RPG games, and I'm just in general really happy that it's released. I've heard it's kind of buggy. Definitely not gonna like let that ruin our time. So big thanks to the players. Thank you all as always. If you're into like behind the scenes stuff and like wanting to know kind of what goes through a DM's mind and how certain things are handled, I will post on the Discord today or tomorrow kind of the discussion I had with Ryan and Karn about how to bring his character back, some of the mechanics we chose to go through, and maybe some of what everything else means. And if you don't want spoilers, I will tag it, of course, as spoilers, so as not to ruin the magic of what's happening. But sometimes it's just good to hear from other DMs, and I've always love input from others. Hamed, do you want to give a shout out to somebody?
Yeah, special thank you to my one favorite podcast for D&D. They're called Chasm Quest, and I think they're out of Nashville. I've been listening to them for over a year now, and literally every episode makes me laugh. So thank you guys for what you do. You're the inspiration for one of the reasons why I continue doing this with my friends here. So
You're my inspiration.
thank you, buddy.
That's all I really got. Yeah, we actually, I never met Hamed in actual, like, real life until, like, not last weekend, the weekend before. And that was really kind of cool. We've been playing D&D on and off for like a year, haven't we?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Been a year.
So that was really fun. Glad we got to do it. That's really all I got. So we should probably raid somebody. Is that a thing now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Is that what's hip with the kids these days?
I think I don't know what's hip. I am far from hip.
I don't remember. It's been like a month since I've streamed.
If you're interested in seeing Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance, we're going to raid Vexix Gaming. They are playing that tonight. I'm sure I follow them for a reason. I don't know what that reason is, though. I'm sure they're really great. So yeah, we're going to head over to them. You can kind of catch a preview if you don't want to get spoiled by it. My first time playing is going to be tomorrow on stream. I might do the very basics of setting it up, but I want you all to like really see what a new player is going to see in this game. So yeah, we'll go do that. And y'all have a great night, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.